window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hand I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. I'm just gonna record audio because this part of the video is really important, and I was actually struggling to record the video without waffling, and it's long enough, so I'm just gonna be concise. As I record this, most of the world is in lockdown, and it occurred to me as I was meant to teach this song to a friend that I could do one better and make a beginner's lesson for anyone that's interested. So that includes anyone that has a guitar lying around, maybe one you've been promising yourself you'd learn how to play. This is the time. If not now, then when? You're stuck at home all day, so you might as well. Any musicians that play different genres and fancy giving this jazz stuff a crack. And singers. You already sing these songs, but you can't play them. You don't have your band with you, or maybe you don't have a band and you want one. Maybe you have your band with you, but hey, learning how to accompany yourself while singing is only going to be positive for you. And I understand that not everyone wants to listen to talking, so please make use of the timestamps in the description to jump into guitar parts. But I wanted to make it clear from the start what you're going to get from this lesson. Now, I'm going to teach you in one lesson the basic things that all beginners need to know, okay, including how to form chords and navigate the guitar neck, and how to play a simple rhythm that you can sing over. Now, why autumn leaves? Okay, 1, because it's beautiful. 2, it's easy. And 3, it has material that, when mastered, will make 90% of the jazz repertoire accessible to you. If you didn't know, most of your favorite pop, rock and folk songs use the same chord progressions. And jazz isn't really that different, it's just a bit more dressed up. There are 2 chord progressions that reoccur in countless jazz standards. So when you master this song, you'll have the tools to play other jazz songs, including Summertime, Fly Me to the Moon, The Girl from Ipanema, All of Me, All the Things You Are. Basically, most of the songs that you've heard people like Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, Anita O'Day, or Dinah Washington sing, okay? These will all open themselves up to you, okay? And that sounds ambitious, and it is, and that's why I've had so much fun making this video, and I really hope that you get something out of it. Okay, so this is the what we call the lead sheet for Autumn Leaves. I know it might seem like a lot of chords, but you'll soon see that this is a very, very simple song. Okay, firstly, the song form is AABC. Okay, you see the letters on the left-hand side? These represent the sections of the song. Each section is 8 bars long. Okay, I explain later about the bars. Don't worry about it for now. Right now, each cell represents a bar. Okay, there are some symbols I'm going to explain, but AABC means that you repeat the A section twice and you play the B and then the C. Okay, so the percentage sign, it means that in this bar you play the same chord as the previous bar. The first chord is D minor 7. Now think of that symbol like a minus, and you'll remember that this is minor 7. The next chord is G7, also known as G dominant or G dominant 7. The next chord is C major 7. Now that triangle, you can maybe think of that as a house. And remember that major chords sound calm and settled, just like a house. The second line introduces the B minor 7 flat 5, and that small circle means minor 7 flat 5. The hash sign means sharp. About chord names, don't stress about this right now. As long as you can play the song and you're having fun, that's all that matters. In time, these things are gonna stick. No one's gonna come knocking on your door quizzing you about jazz chords, so just be cool. Now, autumn leaves has two progressions that reoccur over and over in jazz. D minor 7, G7, and C major 7 is called a major 2-5-1, or 2-5-1 in C major. B minor 7 flat 5, E7, and A minor 7 is called a minor 2-5-1, or a 2-5-1 in A minor. You don't need to know why it's called that right now. Just know that there are 10 chords in this song, but I don't want you to think of it like that. I want you to think of the whole song in terms of just two items, a minor 2-5-1 and a major 2-5-1. If you remember those two things, you remember the whole song. And if you master those two elements, you can play about 90% of common jazz standards. So now, look how easy Autumn Leaves is. The A section is a 2-5-1 in C major. You then play F major 7. Then you play a 2-5-1 in A minor. I say in A minor because that's our destination. The B section introduces no new elements. It simply reverses the A section, starting with a 2-5-1 in A minor, followed by a 2-5-1 in C major, and then F major again. Part C. It starts with a 2-5-1 in A minor. From A minor, you walk down to F major. Now, rather than explain this now, you'll see how easy this is when I show you on the guitar. The song finishes with another 2-5-1 in A minor. So you see, it's all a lot of clever repetition and economy to produce a beautiful, absolutely timeless classic that you're going to be able to play in no time. Trust me. Okay, so I'm going to speak quickly about chord symbols. This symbol here is for A minor 7. The top part where you see those crosses, they represent the top of the guitar neck, okay? That's where the tuning pegs are. You'll see 6 vertical lines, they represent the 6 strings. The furthest string to the right is the last string, or the highest pitched string on the guitar. The X represents a string that is not to be played. This chord is known as a bar chord, okay? This type of chord is known as a bar chord, and the thick black horizontal line is telling you to lay your index finger covering the first 5 strings. In this case, as to make it easier, I've included fingering suggestions. Those numbers at the bottom that say 1, 4, 2, 3 represent the fingers that should be fretting each string. 1 is the index finger, 2 is the middle finger, 3 is the ring finger, and 4 is the pinky. The strings from left to right are 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we can see strings 6 and 1 are not to be played in this chord, okay, as represented by the crosses. The 12 in the top left hand corner represents the fret number, so this chord starts at the 12th fret. Here's another example, just so there are no doubts. It's a C major 7. Again, the 6th and the 1st string are not to be played, represented by the crosses. This time there's no number in the top left hand corner, and that's because this is actually the start of the guitar neck, okay? That's represented by the thicker black horizontal line, which represents the piece of ivory that the strings are laying across on your guitar. The dots are showing you where to place the fingers, and the numbers 1, 3, 2, 4 are there to show you which fingers play each note in this chord. Now, it could take a little getting used to, but I absolutely love chord diagrams. I find them by far the easiest, most guitar-friendly way to show chords. And once you get used to them, I'm sure you're going to love them too.